the life of Israelis has changed 100% in this past week, and it changed completely unexpectedly for them. I want to remind you of a small detail that we mentioned in one of our conversations. The son of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Avner, was supposed to get married Monday night. And so even as the threats were escalating back and forth last week, Israelis went into the weekend very certain in the fact that certainly Israel would not act before this much anticipated big event. In any event, there are, in Israel, 25 dead. Let me add, a woman died of heart stoppage when she heard the siren up in the northern Israel about an hour and a half ago. So we're up to 25 dead. I think at least 700 wounded in hospital, many more lightly wounded, and tremendous damage that the Iranian missiles have been able to cause to Israeli infrastructure and to Israeli residential life. No one in this country is living a normal life right now. Everyone is living siren to siren. And I think that there is a gap once again in Israel. We're seeing again a gap between the government's very, brazen kind of punchy joy at the Israeli military success against Iranian installations this week, and a much more cautious attitude that we're seeing 1 week later among the people of Israel.
I want to ask you the same question in a moment, Saeed. Just stay with your moments, Noga, because we're speaking in a short while to Gideon Levy from Haaretz, a renowned journalist. And one thing that he made clear, and I just wonder your take on this in Jerusalem, he's in Tel Aviv, and he was saying there is this very odd paradox of life where you're hearing the sirens, you go to the shelter, and the next minute in Tel Aviv, there are people playing volleyball on the beach. There's a sense that you could be on the Mediterranean somewhere.
Well, I can tell you that in Jerusalem, some bars have reopened. Last night, I found out about this today, and people are beginning to go out. People are, I think, very vigilant in terms of the sirens. The danger, no one has any question about that, certainly, as Gideon Levy says. But there is also a sense that there's a limit to how much they're willing to completely limit their existences. I want to add one last small detail. The Ministry of Transport in Israel attempted to deny Israelis the right to leave the country this week. Some flights are leaving the country empty to help repatriate Israelis stuck abroad. The ministry attempted to prevent Israelis from getting on those flights, I believe not wanting to see pictures of thousands of Israelis fleeing at the airports, and that effort has actually failed.